The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Auckland Comedy Fest is still on, and there are some great shows to attend. And if you haven't attended the next one, you've only got a slim possibility of going because there's only a few tickets left. Stella Graham is my guest in the Kiwi studio. Good morning, Stella.
Hello.
Karma Comedian is the name of your show at the Brooklyn Bar at 332 Queen Street.
Yeah.
You're about halfway through the mini-season.
I am. I've gone over hump day now. We opened on Tuesday, so just 2 nights left.
Good time so far?
It's been brilliant, actually. I've had really good crowds. They've been really up for it, and I'm loving it.
Now, your show, the premise behind your show is about whether or not you've been good or bad, is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's loosely based on what my sister thought when she was a little girl. She thought, because she went to quite a religious school, but she thought God had a book full of ticks and crosses for every time you were naughty and good, and at the end of your life, he would count up all your ticks and crosses to decide if you go to heaven or hell.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're wanting to talk about this because I have a message for you, Stella. I've just been telling everyone else, but in case you haven't heard, May 21st is Judgment Day.
Ah.
You heard that? We've only got 8 days left before there's a massive worldwide earthquake. All the graves will open, throw out the bones of everyone, and they will all be judged. And you'll either live forever or die a terrible, painful death. And it's not going to all happen in one day, though. It starts on May 21st.
Okay.
Ends in October.
Right.
That's when the final world ends.
Oh, well,
October.
I was going to say that's quite considerate because at least they wait until I finish my show and then they start chucking things around. Because how's this for bad luck? You know, in the film 2012, do you know what day the world's supposed to end?
I think, is it 21st of the 12th?
of December, yeah. My birthday.
Oh.
I know. How unlucky is that?
What does that say?
I know.
You haven't woken up with, like, stigmata or anything like that?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I just wish it could have been the day after, because I'm obviously going to get munted on my birthday, and then tomorrow, the day after, I'm probably going to want to die anyway. So. Well,
that's true. Yeah, yeah. So I guess, I mean, there will be the ultimate judgment for you about whether or not you have been good or bad in your life.
Yep.
Though I think it requires a little bit more than that. I think you might have to give some money as well. There's a donation.
Yeah.
There's a donation on the webpage for this particular.
Oh right, I see.
Day, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Cash donation.
It's not going to happen.
You're from the UK, obviously, with your accent there, and you've come to live and create a life here in New Zealand.
Yeah, you see, this
is that good or bad?
It is good, but that's the sort of magnetic appeal of New Zealand, because I only ever intended to be here for 6 months. And that was in October 2006. So look what happens.
Well, you've obviously been good enough not to be booted out.
I know, and I've pushed it once or twice.
Yeah,
but,
broken a few local laws.
Never had a speeding ticket in my life in England. I've had 2 in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like doing that.
In the slowest car I've ever owned. But it's good because I've got a nice little collection of my speeding camera photos. They've at various times been my Facebook profile picture. Yeah,
well, at least you can own a car here in New Zealand. You can't. It's pretty hard to own a car especially if you're in places like London or somewhere. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from the Midlands.
Okay.
Not far from Birmingham, a place called Coventry. So it's not as bad as London. It's not congested. Well, it is a bit, but we don't have the tube thing. So.
Yeah. And so in your show, what do you get the crowd to judge you? Is that
pretty much? Yeah. So I'll tell them something I've done, and they have to decide if it's a hell or heaven deed, and it's always good fun because you get some real characters in the audience that like to get involved, and then you get those who don't, who just want to sit there and enjoy it and watch, and they might want to call something out. So it's just been great fun so far.
What's an example of something that you've done?
Well, I couldn't possibly
that you
could. That. You're just going to have to come along and check it out.
Come on, just a little snippet of something that you might have done that you're a little bit
I
worried
may
about.
have broken a man's nose.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you want to know what happened, you
bar brawl, fight.
Check it out. Football match.
Ex-lover?
No, thankfully he wasn't.
Football match. That's typical, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just playing to the stereotype of English hooliganism.
Yeah, I know. Guilty as charged.
So the girls get involved in that kind of stuff as much as the guys?
Football's huge, but you've got a really good scene here in New Zealand as well. I've been playing for Western Springs for a couple of years.
Oh,
so, yeah. Love the kit, green and white stripes.
Oh, so you're not talking about as a spectator, you're talking about actually as
I'm
playing.
talking about on the pitch and playing, yes.
Biffo while playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Football. Not really my thing.
No.
Then again, any kind of winter sport is probably not my thing.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, I get that.
But so you're having a good time in New Zealand. You're enjoying it. So you're going to stick around.
Of course. You've got everything here. You know, all the beaches, and you can go skiing. You know, pretty well loaded as a country, I think.
Yeah, it's good times here. Well, people can go and catch you at the Brooklyn Bar. Now, there's only a few tickets left for
Literally
tonight.
only a couple. I think there might be 5 left for tonight and 1 for tomorrow.
Go and judge before Judgment Day.
That's
I think
right.
judge a week out. And Sam Collins wants to come onto the mic.
I just had to come in and say it as an independent adjudicator.
Yeah.
The show's hilarious, and that people should definitely. I went last night and had tons of fun, and I'm glad I got to judge you, Stella.
Thank you.
That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you. And just for the record, I didn't give you any money to say this.
Nothing
This was,
at all.
no.
Nothing.
Thanks,
Completely independent adjudicator.
And in your opinion, heaven or hell on Judgment Day?
For me or for Stella?
Yeah, for Stella.
Hell.
There we go. Sam has spoken. Straight to hell. Tickets are $15 or $12 concession. You've also got a website as well. Oh, and the podcast. Tell us about the podcast.
So me and a couple of other comedians that are also from England that live here in Auckland, we get together every so often. I think it's fortnightly. We get drunk and we talk complete nonsense.
Brilliant.
In a podcast, which is called The Comedy Hangover.
Brilliant. There's not enough of this going on in New Zealand. People
I know.
doing this podcast. Has it got some good traction? You've got some good listeners, some downloads?
Yeah. We're bobbing around in the charts, and that's the good thing about it's international. Anyone can download it from anywhere. So
Yeah.
even if you're on holiday, you can hook into it.
Which is cool, and take you around wherever you go. Well, that's brilliant. StellaGraham.co.uk at the Brooklyn Bar, 332 Queen Street. Make sure you go and book your tickets, obviously through the Comedy Festival website as well. Cheers, Stella.
Thank you.